Women's basketball is on a hot streak.
Volleyball is finally here.
All this and more on Penguin Rundown. Welcome into the Penguin Rundown. I'm Kyle Wills alongside Abbas Braswell. Abbas, a lot has happened this last week. The baseball team announced its schedule and includes 2 games against a big-name school.
Yeah, they just announced that, and we have the women's basketball team putting on a great performance to the start of this season, winning 5 straight. We have a lot of teams that are coming in with the upcoming season, and it's starting to look like a good start and finish to the end of this spring semester.
Well, like I said earlier, the baseball team announced its schedule, so let's get started with them. Last week, the YSU baseball team announced its schedule for this upcoming season. The 51-game schedule includes 2 games against LSU on February 26th and 27th. This year, the team will be led by a strong senior class that includes Blaze Glenn and Jeff Whaler. Glenn and Whaler have a combined 99 stolen bases over their first 3 seasons at Youngstown State. The Penguins will be looking to build off of last year's success, which includes a series win over the University of Houston. Opening day is currently scheduled for February 19th, when YSU travels to Troy to take on the Trojans.
The men's basketball team had a bittersweet weekend against the UIC Flames, splitting the weekend series against UIC the past Friday. The Gwens lost a nail-biter to the Flames on a tip and buzzer beater. The Penguins lost by a final score 67 to 66. Senior Nas Bohannon led the team with 20 points and 9 rebounds, while co-senior Mike Akushe contributed a double-double performance of 13 points and 11 rebounds. The next day, YSU picked up the pace in Game 2 as they defeated UIC 85 to 77. Along with being the game's top scorer, Nas Bohannon set a new record for Youngstown State in career rebounds at just over 900. This record was previously 899 rebounds and had not been broken in nearly 20 years. Bohannon now settles in the top 6 of the Horizon League in both scoring and rebounds. Also, in the Saturday game against UIC, senior Garrett Covington became YSU's 40th player to join the 100-point club within his 12-point, 10-rebound performance. Covington has had a great senior season as he averages 11 points and 5 rebounds with a game-winning shot at the buzzer against Wright State. The Gwens are now 8-8 on the season and 5-2 in the Bigley Center. Their next opponent will be the Detroit Mercy Titans on Friday and Saturday. Both matchups will start at 5 p.m. at home. These games can be heard on 570 WKBN and streamed on ESPN+.
The women's basketball team returned to the Bigley Center this past weekend for a 2-game series against the UIC Flames. The Penguins won both games, extending their win streak to 5. The women now have a record of 5-3. On Friday, freshman standout Necca Obiezer led the Gwens to an 88-78 win over the Flames. Obiezer had 19 points, and 4 other players contributed with double-digit points as well. Senior Mckenna Peters scored 17 points, 15 of which came from behind the arc. 7 of the 8 players who attempted a field goal shot at least 50%, and the women shot a season-best 54.7% overall. On Saturday, the Gwens were back in action with another win over UIC 71-55. Obiezer led the way once again with a double-double of 20 points and 13 rebounds, which is now her second double-double of the young season. Seniors Mckenna Peters, Mary Dunn, and Chelsea Olsen had themselves a good game as well. Peters and Dunn both had 11 points, while Olsen had 10 and a team-best 6 assists. The women's basketball team looks to extend their win streak this upcoming weekend as they head to Robert Morris on Friday and Saturday. Tip-off is slated for 7 p.m. on Friday and 5 p.m. on Saturday. These games will air on ESPN Plus and iHeartRadio. We will now send it over to Monica and Katie at the roundtable for more on the women's basketball team.
Welcome into the roundtable. I'm Monica Kurjan alongside Katie Rogers-Vidala. Katie, today we're talking women's basketball. They canceled the first 4 games of their season, so they didn't get the ball rolling until the beginning of January. They were off to kind of a slow start, losing their first 3 games, but then really picked up their momentum and have won the last 5.
Yeah, it kind of struck their confidence starting out 0-3. But as you mentioned, that 5-game winning streak, that's the first time in 2 years that the Gwins have done that. And there are a couple things that contributed to those wins. One was their rebounding. They rebounded so much more in their paint. Their defensive game has gotten so much better. And on the offensive end, their field goal percentage has gotten better every game. And along with their bench points, the points have contributed a lot. A couple of those bench players were sophomore Maddie Shires and freshman hometown hero Malia Magestro, and they're both going to contribute well as they gain more collegiate experience. And along with the defensive end, they're getting more fast break points, and a couple of those girls that are helping are the seniors.
We definitely have to talk about the seniors. First name that comes to mind for me is Mckenna Peters. She's really standing out on the court right now. She's ranked 2nd in the Horizon League with her 3-point field goal percentage. She's ranked 3rd in the Horizon League with most made threes. She has made 20. Notably, she has played in 3 to 4 less games than those ranked number 1 and number 2. In her win versus UIC, she had 4 threes in the first half, and she finished with 5 made threes. 15 out of her 17 points came from behind the 3-point line. And she's shooting 80% from the free throw line.
And the free throw line has been really what's helping them get these wins. Another senior, Chelsea Olsen, in a 20-point performance, 14 of her points were from the free throw line. That tied for 3rd most in YSU history. She's really helping the team this year.
Exactly, and that is what we expect out of Chelsea Olsen. She's one of the leaders on the team. She's the one who's on the court the most. She records the most minutes for the Youngstown State women's basketball team. She's recently hit 1,000 career points, which is an amazing accomplishment. She's ranked 6th in the Horizon League for free throw percentage and 4th in the Horizon League with assists. She has 33 assists so far this season and is averaging 4.1 assists per game. And the last senior we need to talk about is Mary Dunn. You know, she missed last season due to an injury, and we're not hearing her name as much this season as we normally would, but she still is contributing. So far this season, she has 101 points.
Yeah, other than Chelsea Olsen, she is the most experienced player out there because we have a really small guard team this year. She is really being a strong presence in the paint, and she's averaging about 10 points a game, so she's still contributing really well, but I can't wait to see how her senior season ends this year.
Me too, but the name that we really need to talk about is the one that we keep hearing over and over again, and that is freshman standout Necca Obiezer. She's averaging 14.3 points a game. She's the leading scorer on the team with 114 points. She was named Nike Horizon League Freshman of the Week 2 weeks in a row. In their series against Oakland, she averaged a double-double that weekend, and so far this season, they've only played in 8 games, and she already has 2 double-doubles.
And those 2 double-doubles came in the first half, which means she's really contributing offensively in the second half if she's scoring that many points in the first half. But also, she's doing really well in the Horizon League standings in 3 categories. She is in the top 10. She's 7th in scoring, she is 4th in field goal percentage, which we mentioned earlier is really helping, and she's 3rd in rebounding. She's averaging about 9 rebounds a game, but I cannot wait to see how Obiezer helps the Gwins hopefully win more games this year.
Exactly. I'm really excited to see how Obiezer plays this weekend against Robert Morris. That's another chance for the team to extend their win streak.
Yeah.
Robert Morris is 2-8, so hopefully we're going to get some wins this weekend, and I'm excited to see how Obiezer and the rest of the team does, not only the rest of the season, but the rest of their careers as well. So that wraps it up for us at the Roundtable. Kyle Navas, back to you.
It's been over 420 days since the Youngstown State volleyball team had a match. As the team returned to play Monday and Tuesday, the Penguins opened their season at home against IUPUI in an empty Beagley Center. Monday, the Penguins took out IUPUI in a 5-set match that took almost 3 hours long. The Penguins rallied back in the 4th set and forced a 5th set and won the match by a final score of 3-2. Chicago State transfer Josie Burham led the team with 18 kills in her debut as a YSU player. Junior Alexia Burns was close to a triple-double with 9 kills, 29 assists, and 14 digs. Make sure to check out YSUsports.com for the results of Tuesday's matchup. The volleyball team returns next week with a Monday and Tuesday matchup at Purdue-Fort Wayne.
The YSU bowling team brought the competition to the Columbiana 300 State Saints Invite. The team secured 4 wins this weekend. YSU finished in 3rd overall in the 6-game tournament, being the number 4 team and the University of Nebraska. Showstopper Emma Wren made history by setting the school record for the highest pinfall in a tourney. In every game, she scored at least a 210, totaling 1,292 at the end of the weekend. Wren was the team's anchor bowler during the weekend competition, vital during takedown of both McKendree University and Drury University. This win was the team's third top 3 placement this season, a good sign for the remainder of the 2021 competition. Up next, the team will travel to Dallas, Texas to compete in the PVAMU Invitational Friday. Check back next week to see how they did.
We move closer and closer to finally seeing some YSU football as the spring season is approaching. The spring season is set to start February 21st at North Dakota State, followed by back-to-back home games against UNI and Southern Illinois. The Penguins finished 6-6 last season and are looking to improve this year as they rally behind new head coach Doug Phillips. The team has lost a lot of players from a year ago, but have brought in multiple transfers to help pave the way for a great season. We look forward to seeing these new faces as the football season approaches in just a few weeks.
Let's send it to Kelsey Norris, where she has this week's Play of the Week.
Thanks, guys. This week's Play of the Week comes from Mckenna Peters and her first half buzzer beater. Let's check it out. YSU is facing off against UIC, finishing the first half here at 44-32. With seconds left, number 12, Chelsea Olsen, finds Mckenna Peters at the top of the key. Peters effortlessly sinks a three-pointer, which we'll see again here in slow motion. The Penguins secured the lead in the first half, eventually beating UIC in their final matchup on Saturday with a score of 71-55. This was their 5th straight win of the season. Congrats to Mckenna on another great start, and good luck to the ladies this weekend. Kyle, a boss, back to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. That'll wrap it up for this episode. For more info and highlights, check out ysusports.com and make sure to follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Kyle Wills.
And I'm a boss Braswell.
We'll see you next time, Penguin Nation.